and welcome to another episode of Daily Immigration News on Immigration Talk Show. I'm your host, Nipasa, bringing you the latest updates and headlines from the world of immigration, policies, and international affairs. Let's dive right into today's top stories. Trump Press Secretary Defense DEI remarks hits back on immigration and tariffs. India plans stricter immigration laws with new bill in budget session. Immigration attorneys mobilize as Trump ramps up enforcement nationwide. White House clashes with Selena over immigration tears. Union Budget 2025, border security gets major boost amid immigration, terror concerns. Celebrities rally behind Selena amid immigration video controversy. Trump plans to revoke legal status for migrants under Biden-era program. Pentagon to deploy 1,000 more troops for Trump's immigration crackdown. Canada's last-ditch effort to prevent Trump's tariffs. Helicopter diplomacy over border security. Dutton pledges to review $5 million investor visa program amid criticism. 4-year mark of Myanmar military coup. International community condemns violence and calls for action. Stay tuned as we explore these stories in more detail and unpack the latest developments in the world of immigration and global policies. Let's get started. First up, we have Trump Press Secretary Defense DEI remarks, hits back on immigration and tariffs. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt has strongly defended President Donald Trump's stance on diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) hiring, linking it to the recent air crash in the U.S. Speaking at a press briefing, she pushed back against media criticism and reinforced the administration's concerns over hiring policies. Leavitt also addressed immigration policies, reaffirming Trump's commitment to stricter enforcement. Additionally, she responded to reports about Trump's proposed tariffs on Canada, stating that while implementation may be delayed until March, the administration remains firm on its trade policies. This next news update I have is India plans stricter immigration laws with new bill in budget session. New Delhi, the union government is set to introduce the Immigration and Foreigners Bill 2025 in the upcoming budget session, aiming to replace the Registration of Foreign Act 1939 and the Foreigners Act 1946. The proposed bill, expected to be tabled by Home Minister Amit Shah, will introduce stricter immigration controls, enhance border security, and regulate the entry, stay, and exit of foreigners in India. The move comes amid a crackdown on undocumented migrants, particularly from Bangladesh, and aims to modernize immigration services. The Union Cabinet is expected to review the bill next week, with sources indicating that it may also empower authorities with stronger enforcement measures. However, opposition parties are likely to challenge its provisions in Parliament. Next up, we have attorneys mobilize as Trump ramps up enforcement nationwide. Las Vegas. As President Donald Trump intensifies immigration enforcement, legal groups in Nevada are stepping up efforts to educate communities about their rights. At a recent immigration town hall, attorneys advised individuals to request judicial warrants before allowing federal agents inside their homes and warned against providing false documents. The crackdown has sparked fear, especially after Trump signed the Laken-Riley Act, mandating detention for undocumented immigrants arrested for nonviolent offenses. Meanwhile, ACLU Nevada is planning more town halls to counter misinformation and prepare affected communities. Schools have also reaffirmed protections for undocumented students, stating that ICE cannot freely enter campuses without a court order. Next up, we have White House clashes with Selena over immigration tears. The White House has fired back at Selena after the pop star posted and later deleted a tearful video condemning mass deportations under President Trump. In response, The administration released a video featuring grieving mothers whose daughters were allegedly killed by undocumented immigrants, criticizing Gomez for ignoring their pain. Trump's team remains firm on immigration enforcement, with border czar Tom Homan stating, "We're not going to stop just because Hollywood gets upset." Public reaction is sharply divided. Supporters praise Gomez's compassion, while critics accuse her of being out of touch. The debate over immigration and celebrity activism rages on. My next news update is about Union Budget 2025. Border security gets major boost amid immigration terror concerns. The Union Budget 2025 has significantly increased allocations for border security and police infrastructure, addressing concerns over illegal immigration and threats along porous borders. The Ministry of Home Affairs has been granted 2,33,210 crores of rupees, with 5,597.25 crores of rupees specifically allocated for border infrastructure, nearly doubling last year's budget. Key parliamentary forces like the CRPF, BSF, and the ITBP have seen budget hikes, while the Jammu and Kashmir Police received 9,325.73 crores of rupees to enhance its self-reliance in counterinsurgency and law enforcement. With rising threats from Myanmar, Pakistan, and China, the government aims to bolster border security, improve surveillance, and strengthen local policing efforts. This next news update is about celebrities who are rallying behind Selena Gomez amid immigration video controversy. Several celebrities have come to Selena Gomez's defense after she faced backlash for her emotional video criticizing Donald Trump's immigration policies. Despite criticism from officials like border czar Tom Homan, stars like Flavor Flav, Sharon Stone, and Geraldo Rivera have praised Gomez for her compassion. Flavor Flav has called her brave, while Sharon Stone thanked her for her care and empathy. Rivera urged for comprehensive immigration reform, saying Gomez should be commended for her sincerity rather than attacked. The debate over immigration enforcement and celebrity activism continues, with Gomez's video sparking a nationwide conversation. Next, we have Trump plans to revoke legal status for migrants under Biden-era program. The Trump administration is preparing to revoke legal status for thousands of migrants who arrived under President Biden's humanitarian parole program, potentially making them eligible for deportation. The move targets migrants from Cuba, Venezuela, Nicaragua, and Haiti, affecting over 530,000 individuals. Critics argue that Biden's program exceeded executive authority, while the administration maintained it helped curb illegal crossings by providing a legal pathway. If finalized, migrants losing parole could face expedited removal, a fast-track deportation process bypassing immigration court. The police shift signals tougher immigration enforcement ahead, with major implications for thousands of migrants currently living and working in the U.S. Next up, we have Pentagon to deploy 1,000 more troops for Trump's immigration crackdown. The Pentagon is set to send an additional 1,000 active duty troops to assist in Trump's immigration enforcement measures, as part of the administration's ongoing efforts to tighten border security. Half of the troops will be deployed to the U.S. southwest border, while the remaining will be stationed at Guantanamo Bay to support detained migrants. This surge follows the January 20 executive order by Trump aimed at enhancing immigration controls. The increase in ICE arrests has also been significant, with an average of 710 arrests per day, far surpassing the previous administration's figures. The deployed troops will assist in barrier construction, detainee transportation, and provide logistical support at key facilities. Canada's last-ditch effort to prevent Trump's tariffs. Helicopter diplomacy over border security. In a bid to avoid Trump's proposed tariffs, Canada is showcasing new border security measures, including Black Hawk helicopters and increased monitoring at the Canada-US border. Top Canadian officials have been lobbying in Washington, using footage of enhanced patrols to demonstrate their commitment to border security. This comes as the Trump administration pushes forward with plans to impose 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico, citing the trafficking of fentanyl as a primary concern. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau reiterated that less than 1% of fentanyl entering the US comes from Canada, while also addressing the opioid crisis in both nations. Dutton pledges to review $5 million investor visa program amid criticism. Opposition leader Peter Dutton has privately pledged to review the $5 million significant investor visa, also known as the Golden Ticket visa, after it was scrapped by the Labour government last year due to concerns over security risks and economic benefits. The visa, which allowed wealthy individuals to fast-track entry into Australia in exchange of investment, was criticized for attracting criminals and spies. At a Liberal Party fundraiser, Dutton told a migration agent that he planned to bring it back, while acknowledging that any potential redesign would likely occur if the Liberal Party returned to power. The move has sparked debate, with critics arguing that the visa program failed to deliver tangible benefits to the economy. 4-year mark of Myanmar military coup, international community condemns violence and calls for action. Today marks the 4th anniversary of the Myanmar military coup, which has led to widespread violence, human rights violations, and a growing humanitarian crisis. In a joint statement, Australia, Canada, the European Union, South Korea, New Zealand, Norway, Switzerland, the UK, and the US condemned the regime's escalating violence against civilians, including airstrikes, and the systematic persecution of religious and ethnic minorities. Since the coup, over 19.9 million people in Myanmar are in urgent need of humanitarian assistance, with nearly 3.5 million displaced internally. The international community is calling for an immediate ceasefire, the release of political prisoners, and inclusive dialogue to pave the way for a peaceful, democratic transition. Thank you for joining us today on Daily Immigration News. We hope you found today's updates insightful. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Immigration Talk Show, for the latest news and discussions. Your support helps us continue bringing you the important stories. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.